everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Garbo, and today we're going to talk about the 24S. Is it the top meta SMG? Is it the lowest level SMG? What makes it reliable? What's its strengths and weaknesses? We're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about the changes. So we're going to go ahead and break it down and talk about what they changed. So for headshot damage reduced from 21 to 20, first fall off threshold damage increased from 0.75 to 0.85. Fall off range is reduced from 12 meters to 23 meters to 8.5 meters to 16 meters. Aim down sight accuracy modifier reduced from 0.07 to 0.04. Hipfire accuracy reduced from 0.92 to 0.9. Accuracy jump penalty reduced from negative 0.09 to negative 0.02. And crouching accuracy modifier removed. So they got rid of the crouching accuracy modifier, so you can't crouch spam. They made it harder for the jump penalties. And this is honestly one of the SMGs that got one of the least changes compared to like the Knot got a big change, the Objection got a big change, Ibex got a huge change. So like there's a lot of weapons that got some SMGs that got some major changes, and then the 24S got some of the smallest changes. Just like the SLC, it got some of the smallest changes. So those two, they didn't really change too much. They did mess with their blooms a little bit, where they open up their blooms and made it where you're not just pinpoint shooting your bullets directly on the target. Again, it's got a nice little bloom now. Well, even if you're not exactly hitting your shots, as long as you're shooting within that bloom range, you're most likely going to hit, because again the bullets are randomized. So like there's a chance it's not going to go under their arms or over their shoulders or through their legs. There's chances it's going to hit their arm, it's going to hit their leg, it's going to hit their shoulders, and then it's going to kill them, even if you weren't pinpoint accurate on them. I feel like the 24S personally is the SMG that they should pretty much build around. I feel like it's so strong, because again, like base damage itself on body is like 14, and that's super strong. Like that's a lot. So when you're able to consecutively pack shots on top of it and make it stack to over 100 in like 4 seconds, like probably less than that, like a second, just 1 second, it's crucial. Again, I feel like this is not the hardest hitting, because again we got the Knot and it hits way harder, but the fact that this SMG hits really hard, it shoots really fast, and the fact that it's got a lot of ammo in the magazine, not at first, but of course when you upgrade it or you got gunsmith and stuff like that, this weapon becomes a powerhouse, right along with some replenish and life drain to back it up. This SMG again is, I feel like the one that they need to build around. I know a lot of people talked about how the LMPX is the one they usually build their SMGs around, but to me I feel like the LMPX is an AR style SMG, and that's how they should kind of work with it. They should kind of work with it as an AR, not really make it where it's pinpoint on long ranges, but make it where it's more effective, or it does a better job in the mid to long ranges, you know. And then like for example the 24S is very much, the SMG is short, it's mid range, it's very compact, it shoots really fast rounds. So with this one, this is where they should probably build around. So right now I feel like the 24S is probably not the strongest, but the most balanced SMG. So with that being said, and my idea of them being like this is the one they should build around, they should probably build around it. So work the SLC to match it, or at least have an identity closer to it. Same thing with the Knot, the Objection. Not make them like the exact same weapon, but that's where they should get like, okay, we want this to be an SMG. We got the 24S that hits like an SMG. How are we going to get it to where it hits and pretty much be able to handle a 24S, so that way even if you pick the 24S, you can still run a Knot and win the fight, or you can run an SLC and win the fight. So that way the 24S isn't just like, well, this is the one, so like if you pick this one, this is the one that's going to beat them all. Again, it's more reliable around, again, in tight spaces, around you're playing around on cover a lot, making them push up to you. I mean, again, the SMGs at the end of the day, you need to play that kind of strat. I mean, SMGs shouldn't be made to run through, and I mean, and there's times you can run through and not even have issues. Like you can pretty much plow town through almost everybody with an SMG, and they're powerful, and they're not gonna at any time not be the meta. Okay, so SMGs will always be some of the main weapons that they get chosen, even if they're bad, even if they're good, because why? We all like SMGs. So the strengths and weaknesses is, again, it's like I said just before, long ranges is not as a cup of tea. You got to play short, the mid range, but If you're playing that short to mid range, and as long as you're aiming tight, those shots are going to be devastating. You're pretty much going to put them down. Like, I mean, you're going to send them home. But if you're trying to play this very long game with these people that are running like the AR or the DMRs, your matches are probably not going to go into your favor. You're probably going to struggle a little bit, and you might quit because again, it's not you're not performing the way you want, or like you're not doing what you want. You're getting beat all the time. Like there's ways that you have to go about it when you're running certain weapons, and this is no exception. Even as hard as hitting and as how great I'm complimenting about the 24S, there's still some huge critical moments that I'm running this weapon and then I fail, and I'm going to. Again, back at it with the 24S, when you hip fire it, it has a really good hip fire. It's not as accurate as the objections hip firing, but it is still accurate enough that most likely you're gonna put them in the dirt. And I mean, there's many times in this video where I'm just hip firing my SMG and I just put them down. It's nasty. Like, this is a really good SMG. So at the end of the day, I feel like that this will probably be one of the main running SMGs. If not, there's going to be others. I feel like the SLC is going to be a really good contender. And I mean, even the LMPX. I mean, I've ran the LMPX, and it's still a nasty weapon. I mean, of course, it's going to do work for you. Yeah, it may not be like your best short range weapon, but like it's still going to do work. But the 24S, again, at my opinion, at the end of the day, it's just the overall fundamentals of how the SMGs should run. But y'all let me know in the comment section down below, what do y'all think about the 24S? Do you think the 24S is broken? Do you think like they still need to nerf the 24S even more? Do you feel like that this gun is just what everybody's considered the meta right now? Do you feel like that this gun is not even worth your time? Let me know in the comment section down below. If y'all haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, I appreciate if y'all do one of those things. I'm always trying to upload content every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Apex videos on Friday, and the like and subscribe will motivate me to make more content. This week's a little bit different. I've been trying to upload all the SMGs videos, and then by Saturday I should have a what I feel is the best SMG to run to what I feel you probably shouldn't run at all, or if you're going to run it, you need to run it with certain rogues. Again, this is just my opinion. This is not me saying that like these are the meta weapons. This is how you should run the game. This is just my opinion and how when I run the SMGs, how it feels to me and what I feel is the best SMG in my hands. So again, I hope that's no confusion there and that doesn't bother you at the end of the day. Anyway, I'm going to cut to the video and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I hope to catch y'all in the next video. Peace out and y'all have a fantastic day.
Lethal out. This is what I do. Lethal out. Ian, help me up. This is what I do. Thanks. I'm good.
I won't forget this.
Need help. Over here.
Nearing victory.
Walk it off. A little help? Thanks, man. Utility out.
Approaches.
Here we go.
Dying